Pioneers are go.
Pioneers are explorers. Pioneers are innovators. Pioneers are leaders. We are Marietta College. We are pioneers. Find out how you can become a PIO at www.marietta.edu.
Coming up today on NewsCenter 15, we'll learn about a kindergarten for dogs at a military base in Mexico.
And more than 100 dolphins have died in the Brazilian Amazon.
We'll have these stories and more. NewsCenter 15 starts now. Good afternoon and welcome to Tuesday's edition of NewsCenter 15. I'm Addison Painter.
And I'm Evie Gravlin.
Topping our news this afternoon. Have you heard that Marietta Police have released a warrant for an individual responsible for the November 2021 sorority house fire near Marietta College?
The individual, 26-year-old Austin Garrett Jones of Marietta, was indicted in 3 counts of arson for 3 separate fires that same day.
Here with all the details is Johanna James.
On the night of November 9th, 2021, the Alpha Xi Delta sorority house went up in flames. Located on the corner of 5th Street and Cutler Street, the house is also a historical landmark known as the George White House. Fortunately, only one member of the household was in the house at the time of the fire, and she escaped without injury. However, the tragic blaze severely damaged the structure of the historic building and destroyed a number of the sorority's keepsakes. Due to the level of damage, the building has remained under construction for the entirety of the last 2 years, with hopes to complete restoration within the next several months. The fire started in the upper levels of the house, with flames reaching through the roof of the house within 40 minutes of the start of the fire. The cause of the fire was initially unknown, and the first theories considered the possibility of an electrical fire. By November 12th, the investigation had turned its focus towards the thought that an individual had intentionally set the fire, making this an arson case. The suspicion of arson was backed by the occurrence of 2 separate fires which had been set earlier in the day prior to the sorority house fire. One fire was set in the Frontier Shopping Center, and the other was set just across the street from the historic house in the Mound Cemetery. After investigating this arson case for 2 years, Marietta Police have issued an arrest warrant for suspect Austin Garrett Jones. Details have not been released as to how Jones was identified as a suspect. A detective on the case commented that Jones was a suspect early in the case, but that it was not in the interest of the case to rush the investigation. Jones was indicted by the Washington County Grand Jury last week with 3 counts of arson. The charges are separated into a second-degree felony count of aggravated arson for the sorority house fire and 2 fourth-degree felony counts of arson for the fire set earlier in the day.
Well, it's been almost 2 years since that happened, but he finally is getting charged, so that's good to see. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the current conditions.
Here to provide a first look at the weather is Landon.
Well, thank you very much, Evie. Well, we're in the month of October now, although you wouldn't know that given how warm it's been over the last few days. In fact, today it feels like 72 degrees outside. It'll be mostly sunny conditions with an expected high of 82, and those warm temperatures will be continuing the next few days. The UV index is at a moderate level at 5 for today with very fair air quality and low pollen count of 3.4, so your allergies won't be acting up too terribly bad. And we have relatively calm, virtually non-existent winds today, with them running about 1 mile per hour. The humidity is at a level of 71%, and we're going to be having our sunset today about 5 after 7. So that very low wind speed we're experiencing today will play a part in the weather conditions as they play out for the rest of the week. It's going to be hot today and into tomorrow, but things will be cooling off as we get closer and closer to the weekend. But we'll talk a little bit more about that when I return later on for the 5-day forecast. Until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. couldn't just shake off another chance to watch Travis Kelce on the football field. The 12-time Grammy Award winner arrived at MetLife Stadium about 40 minutes before kickoff Sunday night to watch Kelce and his Kansas City Chiefs take on the New York Jets. SNY posted video of Swift wearing blue jean shorts, a long-sleeved black top and leather jacket, entering the stadium security area with actors Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and Hugh Jackman. NBC's telecast cut to Swift several times during the game, including a shot of the pop superstar with her arm around Kelce's mother, Donna.
President Joe Biden says American aid to Ukraine will keep flowing for now as he tried to reassure allies of continued U.S. financial support for the war effort. But he said for the White House on Sunday that time is running out as he warned Congress to act and doesn't want aid to be interrupted under any circumstances. He spoke after Congress's vote to avert a government shutdown by passing a short-term funding package that dropped assistance for Ukraine in the fight against Russia. The measure lasts until mid-November. Biden urged Congress to negotiate an aid package as soon as possible.
Coming up, a security officer is honored posthumously for his bravery in Allen, Texas.
Over 400 are dead in this year's monsoon season in India.
Stay with us.
Hey, this is Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, many of us feel anxious. Mindfulness can help you ease those feelings. My nonprofit is partnering with Headspace to offer free content to help you stress less. Head to kevinlovefund.org/headspace.
Here's to the straggly ones. The first ones. Hey, I look good with this ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. The itchy ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the absolutely filthy ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
In San Miguel, Mexico, an Army colonel is running what he describes as kindergarten for dogs. Currently, the military base, located right outside of Mexico City, houses puppies that will one day become rescue and detention dogs that will also sniff out drugs and explosives. The center was founded in 1998 and originally trained German Shepherds and Rottweilers as military working dogs. Now the center exclusively breeds about 300 Belgian Malinois a year. The puppies are born on base and spend their first 4 months there before being sent to military units around the country for more specialized instruction.
The Security Officer Heroism Award is being given posthumously to Christian LaCour, who made the ultimate sacrifice while protecting shooters during a mass shooting in Allen, Texas. On May 6, 2023, LaCour was an Allied Universal Security Professional at the Allen Premium Outlets in Texas during the press conference following the tragedy. Allen Chief of Police Brian Harvey decreed LaCour as a hero who focused on evacuating shoppers instead of his own personal safety. LaCour, age 20, was one of 9 people who lost their lives that day during the perpetrator's rampage. The award will be accepted by LaCour's parents at the 2023 Global Exchange Conference in Dallas, Texas.
More than 100 dolphins have died in the Brazilian Amazon rainforest in the past week due to a severe drought, and many more could be affected if water temperatures remain high. The Mormara Institute, a research group of Brazil's Ministry of Science, Technology, and Innovation, said 2 more dead dolphins were found on Monday in the region around Tefé Lake, which is a key for mammals and fish in the area. Thousands of fish have also died, according to local media. Experts believe high water temperatures are the most likely cause of the deaths.
The devastation of this year's monsoon season in India has been significant, with over 400 deaths and more property damage in the Himalayan state of Himachal Pradesh in a single season that the last 5 years combined. Human-caused climate change is making rain more extreme in the region, and scientists warn states should expect more unpredictable and heavy monsoons like this one. But the damage is also exacerbated by developers paying little mind to environmental regulations and building codes when building on flood and earthquake-prone land. States are working on preparedness programs, but it comes too late for many who are already facing heavy losses.
Coming up next, a look at experiences happening with the Marietta College Sports Management Program.
And we'll also get the latest news from Hollywood.
The fall temperatures will be setting in as we get closer to the weekend. The bad news, it will lead to a rather groggy start for fall break. Stay tuned for more after the break.
Where are we?
We're at Marietta College.
This is where we live at Marietta College.
When kids need medical care, they face life-changing experiences. They miss out on the things that make being a kid fun. Starlight Children's Foundation programs entertain and inspire hospitalized kids. Learn more at starlight.org.
Marietta, a place some people call home.
A place of athletes.
A place of discovery.
A place for the future.
Your plan.
Your future.
Go Pios.
Hey Evie, have you heard that Pinocchio is making waves again?
I've heard rumors of Pinocchio's popularity, but I've also heard that one WCMO's journalist has all of the details.
Here to give us a look is our own Zach Heiseroth.
Who would have thought that Pinocchio would be prevalent in 2023 with the latest indie video game hit, Lies of P? Lies of P is the latest creation from South Korean indie developer Neowitz that gives the tale of Pinocchio a dark twist with engaging gameplay reminiscent of the popular gaming franchise Dark Souls and Bloodborne. With critics raving, Neowitz has crafted a successful and engaging action role-playing game that will have players dodging, parrying, and destroying puppets, as well as meeting characters you may be familiar with from the original tale of Pinocchio. Players will take the role of P, who is awoken by a blue butterfly in the central train station of the game's setting, a city called Krat. As P, you are tasked with finding out exactly what happened to the dystopian city, as puppets have taken over with a mysterious illness, turning humans into monsters. In typical Souls-like fashion, players will face difficult bosses, areas, as well as craft their own weapons, and use P's unique Legion arm to best the challenges built into the engaging plot. With popular journalism outlets like IGN, GameSpot, and Seasoned Gaming all raving about the hit's success, leaves Neowitz sitting with a surefire hit that will hold up over a long period of time.
Up next, there's new music out from Lydia Lovelace, and one of her songs hit on how embarrassing it is to be a musician.
Andrew has the details in today's Hollywood Minute.
Thanks, guys. Lydia Lovelace's new album, Nothing's Gonna Get in My Way, is out now, featuring the new song Sex and Money. Loveless says that this song is about how embarrassing it is to be a musician and artist in today's world. She also jokingly says it's her economical love song to whomever might be out there waiting for her. Kylie Minogue is feeling tension. That's the title of the Australian dance music legend's 16th studio album this week. Kylie has a Las Vegas residency coming up in November, where she'll be the first artist to perform in the Venetian's new venue, Voltaire. Here's country artist Raina Roberts performing Miranda. The modern take on the outlaw country genre comes from her recently released debut, Bad Girl Bible, Volume 1. That's it with today's Hollywood Minute. I'm Andrew. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Let's look at Hollywood, Andrew.
We'll head to Landon now for a look at the extended weather forecast.
Well, as I've been hinting at, we're going to be having a bit of a cool down as we get closer and closer to the weekend and the start of Marietta College's fall break. And we see the start of it happening towards the edge of the North American-Canadian border. As you can see, we've got a bit of a rainstorm coming towards coming towards our neck of the woods in a bit of a southeasterly direction. And it's going to be crossing the Great Lakes, getting to our neck of the woods here in the Middle Ohio Valley, although it's going to be a few days until it reaches us. So as of right now, we're experiencing a relatively calm day, a warm day, but calm nonetheless. Very little wind activity here going on, and it's you could very easily mistake today for a summer day. But that's not going to be the case for much longer, because as we go into the 5-day forecast, we're going to be having one more peak of warmness in the sunny conditions with an expected high of 82 for tomorrow. Thursday, the cool down will start taking effect with an expected high of 79, dropping into mostly cloudy conditions. As we officially begin the weekend, it'll drop even further with some of those less than stellar conditions. Rain showers bringing forth a further cool down with an expected high of 68. Going into Saturday, the rain will continue to cool things down even further with an expected high of 56. And that rain will finally dissipate as our break unfortunately comes to an end on Sunday with an expected high of 54. So if you're expecting to have some downtime or do something fun for the upcoming fall break, I highly suggest you do so out of town, because it's going to be kind of wet and cold around here. But I'd say before we have to worry about that, enjoy the last of the warm temperatures today and tomorrow while you still can. So until then, back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Landon. When we come back, Grant and Zach will have the latest in the world of sports.
Stay with us.
James Brown and Bill Cowher welcoming you back to the Midnight Snack Run.
This is one tricky obstacle course.
He's reaching, but he pushes it away. He's approaching a plate of iced cookies. He blows right by him.
Oh, the fridge.
Looks like he's headed for the soda. Wait, he jukes left, grabs the water bottle.
Now he's just got to get out of there.
Look what dropped from the sky.
Don't do it, Dennis. That's the way you execute a Midnight Snack Run.
Stand Up to Cancer and Rally want you to reduce your risk for cancer.
Go to takeahealthystand.org.
Marietta College, home of the pioneers. A small town on the Ohio River with a tight-knit community and tons of opportunity. Find a home here at Marietta College. Bring forth a pioneer.
Did you know that over 700 kids enter the foster care system every day?
700?
700.
Just talking about foster care can help foster care.
Okay, let's try this.
Donate your small talk.
And now we're back with our guys for a look at sports.
Tell us what's been happening, Grant and Zach.
I'll give you the rundown. With all the points the Seattle Seahawks are scoring this season, it was easy to overlook their defense. They were excellent against the run, but the pass defense was horrible. A new Legion of Boom appeared on on Monday night and wreaked havoc on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants. Rookie cornerback Devon Witherspoon scored on a 97-yard interception return late in the third quarter, and the Seahawks tied a team record with 11 sacks in a 24-3 victory over the Giants.
Moving in the world to the Major League Baseball world, former Major League pitcher Trevor Bauer and a woman who accused him of beating and sexually assaulting her in 2021 has settled their legal dispute. Bauer's attorney said Monday that the former Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher was placed on administrative leave by the MLB in July of 2021. After the allegations were made by the woman who said Bauer assaulted her on 2 different occasions at his home in Pasadena during what she said began as consensual sexual encounters between them.
Moving over to baseball again, the New York Mets fired Buck Showalter, who was previously the baseball team's manager. Showalter spoke on this just before the Mets game against Philadelphia. The Mets are planning to introduce David Stearns as the team's president of baseball operations. This allows both Stearns and Billy Epler, the general manager, to hire their next manager, the 5th one in 6 years. Stearns is rumored to be in Craig Counsell, who is finishing his final year with the Milwaukee Brewers.
Lastly, Simone Biles collected just shy of 59 points during her performance at the Women's World Gymnastics Championship. At only 26 years old, Biles has collected 25 World Championship medals, 19 of those being gold. After performance on the vault, Biles officially has a 5th element named after her, the Biles Second, which consists of the backflip off the vault and 2 full rotations into the pike position before landing. The U.S. team is now heavily favored to win the team title on Wednesday, October 4th. That's all from the world of sports. I'm Grant Moore.
I'm Zach.
Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, fellas. Joining us now at the desk is Landon for our last look at the weather.
Well, to quickly sum it up, yesterday's warm temperatures are going to be continuing on into today and tomorrow before we start experiencing a cool down on Friday thanks to an abundance of rain on Saturday and Friday. So as a result, it's going to lead to a rather wet and groggy fall break as we get into this weekend, but it should be all right. You guys looking forward to fall break despite that?
Oh, yes, of course.
I got some sleep to catch on, but right now I've got to get to class, so we're going to go ahead and wrap up today's broadcast. Thank you for watching. We hope you'll join us on Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon 30 and 6:30 for WCMO NewsCenter 15, Marietta College Broadcasting. See you next time.